In a quiet Nigerian village, there lived a woman everyone feared. They called her the Blind Witch. Her real name was Mama Ireti, 58 years old, soft-spoken, humble, and blind. People crossed the road when she walked by. Children whispered when they saw her stick touch the ground, and for many years, she lived alone. But everything changed the day Daniel, an 18-year-old boy with a calm heart and curious mind, met her by accident. One afternoon, Daniel saw her struggling to find her way home. Everyone else walked past her, but something about her silence touched him. So he followed gently behind her and said, "Mama, let me help you." That single act of kindness was the beginning of a truth the entire village had forgotten. Because many years ago, when a mysterious sickness swept through the village, Mama Ireti was the only one who tried to help. Using herbs she learned from her late mother, she treated the sick, she comforted families, she fought to keep the village alive. But fear blinded the people more than she ever was. They didn't understand her herbs, they didn't understand her courage, so they labeled her a witch and pushed her away. Daniel began visiting her, often helping her sweep her compound, fetching water, listening to her stories, and little by little, he discovered pieces of the truth. One evening, he found an old wooden box in her home filled with handwritten notes, records of people she had treated during the sickness, names, dates, herbs, instructions, proof that she had spent months trying to save the very people who rejected her. Daniel's heart broke. He knew the village had to know the truth. So the next morning, he gathered the elders and the villagers. He stood in front of everyone with the box in his hands and told the story nobody had ever bothered to listen to. At first, the crowd was silent, then ashamed. Faces fell, tears dropped. People looked away, unable to face what they had done. Slowly, the villagers walked to Mama Ireti's small house. She stood in the doorway, blind eyes calm, hands steady. One of the elders stepped forward. His voice cracked as he spoke. "Mama Ireti, we wronged you, we judged you, we called you what you were not. Please, forgive us." She didn't cry, she didn't tremble. She simply lifted her face toward them and said softly, "I never stopped loving this village, even when it stopped loving me." In that moment, the fear vanished, the shame dissolved, and the woman they once called witch became the heart of the village again. Daniel placed her hand on his shoulder and whispered, "You're not alone anymore, Mama, not ever again." And together, they walked forward, a reminder that sometimes the people we fear the most are the ones who loved us the longest.